Now let's talk about this new isekai anime because it's kind of ridiculous, and that is My One Hit Kill Sister. So this basically follows this guy named Asahi, and basically he gets put into a coma, and then he wakes up in this isekai world, and he's thinking like, yo, I'm about to be the main character, I'm about to be OP strong. He's thinking that because he's in a fantasy world. But of course, it turns out he's not because he goes on a mission and he's about to get killed by this monster. And just as his death's about to happen, he cries out to the only person that's ever protected him his whole life. And guess who that is? His big sister. And then she comes for the rescue and saves him. And we find out that basically she's One Punch Man because she takes out almost everything in one hit. There's only one character that she always like battles with, but that's her rival. But yeah, it's basically essentially the same anime. If you remember from like a few years ago, the one about the mom, it was like the isekai mom, my one hit kills mom, or whatever it was, or two hit kill mom. I don't remember what that one is. Whatever, it's basically that, but the difference is you have a big sister that has like a crazy, and I mean crazy, little brother complex because she wants her brother badly. It's not that she's like really appreciates her brother and likes him. It's like, nah, she wants him inside her. Yeah, that's what it is. She literally wants to have her brother inside of her. I'm like, that's what it is, because each episode she's always trying to get at this man, and it's weird. It's like she's so in love with her little brother. And yeah, that's basically essentially what this anime is. And the crazy thing is, this anime has really good animation. Like, it should not have as good as animation as the plot is, but it actually has some really good animation, some really good character design, really good monster design, environment design, and it's just like, why with the concept of just a big sister that has a crazy little brother complex? It's like, why? But it just does. But I will say this. The ending slaps. I love the ending song. It's so good. I will give them that. It is that good. But the rest of the plot is kind of meh. But I mean, we are introduced to some interesting characters because the big sister, her name is Maya, and like she essentially, like I said, is One Punch Man because she takes out everything, or she can just like do big hits. I will say sometimes when she takes stuff out, it's kind of funny. But we do get introduced to a recurring character that kind of just becomes part of like the main cast, and she's a general of the Demon Lord Army. Her name's Kill Maria, and she's basically the rival to Maya because she always wants to fight Maya because like she's excited that there's somebody as strong as her, so they fight each other. Even though Kill Maria sometimes basically annoys Maya because they get into little dispats about things. But as like the episodes are going on, especially the most recent episodes, we see that they're getting closer and closer because she's literally coming to their house because they did get a house and they're eating dinner together, they're arguing, so like you can tell all of them are basically friends. And we have other characters that are kind of like, I guess, important-ish to the story. Like we have Tanya, who's like the guild receptionist. And the funny thing is, when it comes to Asagi, he's lying about like his rank, and he's not really the rank he's supposed to be because like his sisters took out all their monsters, and everybody just sees him as the person that's been doing all this, so people think he's like actually OP, and it's like, nah, he's not. He's slowly but surely being able to take out certain monsters, but when a big bad monster comes, he always needs to get saving from his big sister, and his big sister always saves him some type of way. Even in the most recent episode when he was about to get attacked by these bees, like this super big, I guess, queen bee, just happened to be a rock come out of the air and kill the bee, and it was kind of funny. But then we did get introduced to this new character in the most recent episode. Her name is Sophie, and she's a healer, and she's kind of crazy because she's an instigator. She's a crazy instigator, bro. When he first sees her, he's thinking like, oh, she's all nice and all that, but then when she talks shit to her old party, calls him trash and useless, and then says how Asagi's the hero and how he's gonna take all this, and she's a crazy instigator, and it's nuts. I was rolling in the anime. I will say this anime has moments where it is kind of funny, but at the same time, this is one of the ones that's in the middle, because I won't say this is super bad compared to other ones this season, but it's not that bad. But at the same time, the plot is stupid with the sister being in love, of course, with the brother. And I mean, she's very in love because she be down bad for her brother. And it's nuts how down bad she is. You know how down bad she really is for her brother? So I gotta talk about, I didn't even talk about this. You wanna know how she got into the isekai world? So, like I said earlier, her brother gets put into a coma because he got hit by the truck or whatever, you know, truck coon. But you know what she does? While he's in the hospital, she puts herself in a coma by hitting her head against the wall as hard as it can, and that's how she gets transported to the isekai world. So, they're both in a coma, and that's how she gets here. And it's kind of nuts because, like, she's that in love with her little brother that she's like, yo, I need to follow you. And then, you know, she wears like a certain outfit, and her and Kill Maria always talking shit to each other. It's like, dog, you're the one revealing yourself more than me, and like they do that. But still, there's times when she's trying to get her little brother to touch her, or she's trying to touch her little brother, trying to all this stuff, and I'm just like, no. Like, no. Like, why? Why, Japan? Why do you always gotta do this incest shit? Like, why? that's the thing that just pisses me off with that. It's like, why? Because like this one is like, it's not one of the ones where like one of the siblings is trying to hide it. This one is just straight up, she's like full out there and she's letting you know this is what my anime is about. She's like, I'm the real main character. I want my little brother, even though it's nuts. It's like, why? Even though you could say he does have a harem because he has the guild receptionist that likes him. He has his sister. He has the demon general Kilmaria that basically quote unquote likes him. And then he has the Sophie girl that kind of likes him now. And I think there's going to be one other girl that's introduced. So you could say there's quote unquote a harem there. But at the same time, it's just a whole bunch of characters that might like him or just like him for certain reasons. And there's a lot of wacky moments in here. But the animation is good at certain points. And I'm just like, why? Why does this anime have that good of animation? It makes no sense. But I will say, I do like the relationship they're developing with Kilmaria because I do like how she's a recurring character because she's not that bad. I actually like her character because she's interesting because, like, one, she's a demon lord general that's always been fighting these heroes and, like, they're weak to her. And then she finally finds somebody that beats her up. So then she's like, yo, you gotta be my rival. But then she actually has a relationship, like, with Asagi, too. And, like, their relationship's not that bad. So, I don't know. I've been enjoying this. But at the same time, I'm just looking at it side eyes like, why is this the plot? Like, why does this have to be the plot? Because they could have done this so many different ways. Like, they could have just had it that the brother and sister is really cool and not the big sister having a crazy little brother complex. Because it's nuts how crazy it is. Because they might be like a year or two difference in age or whatever. Because I don't know exactly. Because I'm pretty sure they're both in high school or whatever. But still, it's just like, why? Why? And then, like, it's just funny that the main guy, like, he's weak. Like, he's not your typical isekai character. He goes in the genre of just, like, he's the weak one that has to, like, grind to get stronger. But who knows? That would probably happen, like, that maybe in the light novels that's probably happening by now. But anime-wise, you ain't seen that no time soon. Because there's no point when the sister is so damn OP that he will probably never catch her. That man would have to be in his 30s to probably get to where she's at when it comes to her strength. Because she's super duper duper strong. And this one is more like a slice of life. Yes, there are times they go on like quests and stuff like that, but there's not no real story that's going on. Like, they're not going after no demon lord. They're not doing none of that. It's more just him going on random quests with his sister, and then other wacky moments happen when he gets introduced to other characters, or him or Kilmaria comes and they do something. There's like an episode when they go on a date and they're going around the city because Kilmaria wanted to see what the human world is like, and like she like disguised herself as a human. There's other times when they're eating, and then you have like the new Sophie girl that was introduced. So we'll see where this goes. And if you're watching this, let me know how you feel about this one. Just let me know, because this is one of them ridiculous isekais. Like I've said in other videos, the isekai season this season is weak. It's a very weak season for isekai, which is sadly. It's like mainly the one, it's mainly just, in my opinion, the Magnumin spin-off, and then you have Kuma Kuma Bear, the Raeliana one are the only three that are actually really good, and the other ones are just all mediocre, and this one goes in the mediocre one, but it just happens to have really good character design and animation. So it's like I guess I'll give it something, and I do like the ending, but at the same time the plot is dumb. It's just a sister with a crazy brother complex because she wants her brother inside her badly, and I mean the anime shows it. The anime does not even try to hide it. Like, it shows it in so many scenes that she's just down bad for her brother, and it's crazy though. But yeah, if you're new, why not subscribe, enjoy the video, and I like all that. And yeah, this one, we'll see where it goes. I'm curious to see how this is going to end. Hopefully this never gets a season 2 after this one finishes, because it is not. This is just one of the ones that just needs a season 1, and then we could forget about it, because yeah, this one's ridiculous. The only thing we should remember about this is the ending, and then it just happened to have crazy animation. We do not need to know anything else about this, because the plot is very stupid though. But it's a okay-ish anime if you want to watch it this season. But at the same time, it's one of them ones that just like, why? Like, why? This is them things when they complain about anime with like, why do you need to have this? But it's like, yes, they're doing the brother-sister complex thing, but it's like, I guess at least they're upfront with it instead of hiding it. But at the same time, they're way too upfront because the sister wants the brother inside of her though. But yeah, okay, I'm done. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next video though. Bye.